I'm going to get this thing recorded. Hey, welcome everybody. I appreciate you being in attendance. What you're going to hear about tonight is the greatest opportunity in the world. The greatest opportunity in the world. And you see the name of the company right up here in the right-hand corner. It's called VALENTUS. And so, you know, what I'm going to do here for the next 15, 20, 25 minutes or so, depending upon how excited I get, I'm going to give you some information that hopefully enough information so that you can make an intelligent decision as to whether or not this is a direction that you want to move in. I love this little phrase, you know, you can't have $1 million dream with a minimum wage work ethic. And, you know, absolutely, positively true. So, hey, let's get started. You know, your belief system, we were just listening to Les Brown and he was talking about belief. It's all about belief. It is belief rules everything, you know, your destiny, everything about you stems from your belief. You know, I mean, I like to ask a few questions in the beginning just to get everybody thinking. In whatever you're doing right now, can you earn unlimited income? If that's a no, then you need to pay attention. If you don't work, do you still get paid? If that's a no, then you need to pay very close attention. Are you your own boss? You know, a lot of people think that perhaps they might be their own boss, but the reality is that, you know, very few people are. Do you earn what you're really worth? You know, that's a good question. Are you satisfied with your life? And that's a deep question, right? That's diving right into the deep end. You know, what would your life look like? What would your life look like if you earned an extra $5,000 a month? What if it were more than 5,000? What if it was 10? What if it was 15? What if it was $20,000? Just an extra 20 grand a year, right? What if it was 20,000 a month? Okay, what would it look like? What if you had more free time? You know, if you have a business that generates a residual income, you find yourself with a lot more free time. What if you could travel around the world and write it off, right? Travel around the world and write it off. I traveled over 6 million miles, went to 39 countries, and wrote every bit of it off. So, you know, something to think about as we move forward. It's all possible. So a little bit about myself. I've been, had a traditional business, an advertising agency for 16 years. Thought I was doing extremely well until one day a buddy of mine grabbed a hold of me. That was 1987, threw me in his Jaguar and said, hey, we're going to go out on the town. And he lied. He took me to a network marketing meeting. I couldn't believe it. And because I would have never gone by myself, but he took me, and since he was one of my clients, I really couldn't get too upset. And what I discovered in that network marketing meeting were that there was a lot of people that didn't look particularly smart that were making a lot more money monthly than I was making annually after 16 years of owning my own business. So my antennas went up. They went up and stayed up, and the longer I stayed there, the more excited I got about everything I saw, everything I heard. And that evening, I made a decision that I was going to change my life because I had just spent 16 years in a business that I loved, but I had reached the top of where I was at. I had to either get a lot bigger or and a lot more clients, and I just couldn't duplicate myself. So I decided to jump into network marketing. Had no idea what I was doing. And over the past 33 years, I've now earned over $16 million. I built teams of over 400,000 people all around the globe. I've helped a lot of people get their life back. And that's what kind of brought me back into the industry. I was semi-retired. I was consulting for a couple of companies. I was flying around the globe. I was having fun. I was eating way too often, way too well, and way too much all the time. And I started gaining weight, right? So in February, March, April of 2018, I said, you know what? I got to do something about this weight. I got to find a weight loss solution. And then lo and behold, wouldn't you know that, I got a call from somebody, and I'll tell you the rest of that story. I believe in my heart that Valentus could be your path to a brand new life. It's been the path to a lot of people's lives now in the almost 6 years that this company has been in business, and more on that. Success is a choice, guys. I mean, you might not think that that is a real statement, but it is a choice. You have the choice to either be successful and make all the money you want to make, or work and keep doing what you're doing. I mean, age, gender, education in this industry is not a factor. Having a burning desire to succeed and the ability to follow a proven plan will make this journey a whole lot easier. You see, when I first got started, I didn't have a proven plan. I didn't have any inkling of what was going on, and I failed miserably. In fact, the person that enrolled me quit a week after we got started, but I was determined, and that's probably a very not the exact word I want to get to, but I was more than determined to make sure that I got to where the people I met in the kind of incomes that they were making, I wanted to do that too. So you're not going to get rich by accident. Never too late to start, never too early to start. So, if you want help with this journey, there's a lot of people here to help you. So we're gonna get started. All I want to ask you is, what's your plan? What's your plan to live your dream? And hopefully you still have a dream. A lot of people's dreams have gone by the wayside. So I want you to sit back and think while we're going through this presentation about your dream. What would you like your life to look like? So let's get started, and I'll tell you a little bit more about my story. We're going to talk about some problems, then we're going to talk about some solutions. Not enough money is a big problem. Poor health and all of us being fat is a problem, right? And not enough time to do what we want to do is always a huge problem. So, it's all about making choices, and choices are difficult. Everything in your life, however, is a reflection of a choice that you've made. If you want different results, you've got to make a different choice. And I know change and making a choice are always difficult things. But however, that's where it all starts. Once you decide that you want things to change, and I wanted things to change in my life, right? I wanted to change. So I said, hey, I gotta, stop doing what I'm doing, and I gotta focus on something else. And, this was the best thing that I had seen. Network marketing was the best thing that I had seen. And so I focused on that. I had no clue, but, no one, not even my wife, was going to keep me from reaching my goals and dreams, because I had a dream, right? And I wanted that change. So if you're ready for a change, and if you want a change in your outcome, that's the, all the statisticians have got us all figured out. They know exactly how much money you're going to make over the course of your life and all of those things. And this industry disrupts all of those things. So you can take a equal opportunity like network marketing and create an unequal lifestyle. So we'll talk about that. I hope you're ready for some good news. You're at the right place at the right time for maybe the first time in your life. So there's going to be unprecedented growth in the home-based business industry over the next 3 to 5 years. Why? Because of this, because of all the turmoil that started in March called a pandemic, right? We're home. It didn't really bother me. I've been home for the past 33 years, so it really didn't bother me. It wasn't anything different than what I've been doing, but it certainly is a lot different for everybody else. So that escalation of people starting a home-based business. And, my CPA, I was talking to him the other day and I said, David, I said, the average person, W-2 income earner, right? You get a W-2, what would they be able to save if they started their own home-based business? He said, easily $5,000. He said, everybody ought to have a home-based business because there's deductible expenses that you can pay with pre-tax dollars, guys, pre-tax dollars. So go talk to your CPA. It's going to send our incomes into the stratosphere. And I want you to be one of those success stories. And you can be. I joined VALENTUS, like I said, in May of 2018 to see how many more people I could help. I've been able to help tens of thousands of people all around the globe. And I want you to have that massive success. If somebody has told you that, you're never going to make it, you can't ever be successful, the best revenge you have is massive success. So if you're ready, let's get started. In May of 2018, I got a call from my friend Smiley. Dave, your birthday today. Congratulations. We made it another year. You're catching up to me. Dave started VALENTUS in 2014, July 2014. So 6 years old, right? 6 years young, I should say. I got attracted to the company because of one product. I really didn't want to do this, but like I said, I was the fattest I had ever been. Dave called me and he said, Chuck, we've got the most incredible product that we're launching. It's a weight loss coffee. And I said, that's kind of interesting. Now, I don't do Dave very well, but that's kind of what he sounds like. And so I said, hey, Dave, I'm not interested in building another team, but I will try some of that coffee. So I ordered some. Started drinking 2 cups of coffee every morning like I've been doing. I noticed that my appetite was gone, right? I had no cravings to eat any junk food. And, I really didn't pay much more attention to it. And I accidentally got on a scale about a week later. I had lost 9 pounds, right? That got me excited. I said, oh, what did I do different? I drank 2 cups of coffee. I had a lot more energy. I had a lot more focus. Now I started paying attention. That next 3 weeks, in that first month, I lost 18 pounds. That got me excited. I went from paying attention to getting excited. I called Dave up and I said, Dave, I said, that coffee is awesome, man. I just bought an airplane ticket. I'm going to come up to Sioux Falls, South Dakota and come out and hang out with you for a day or so. He said, come on up. So I did. Luckily it was in June and not January because 30 below zero and me just don't work, right? So I went up there to kind of talk myself out of doing this, right? I mean, that's what it really was. And I was hoping to find a company in shambles. But what I found was a company that had millions of dollars in capital, that had done, a great job at putting all the infrastructure together, just opened their first office in the Philippines. Dave is just one of those guys that you like, right? And after I spent 2.5 days with him and John Herenza, I said to myself, I said, self, you know what? This looks like a company that I want to be part of. And so what I did was I went and decided that I would join VALENTUS. So that was then, and here we are 2 years later. Now they've got an office in Germany, another office in Nigeria, other offices I hear are happening, and a big event. I want to tell you about it before I forget about it. This Sunday, July the 19th, and Sunday at 10 o'clock Eastern time, and there'll be a link that'll be sent out. There's going to be an online event. Dave's expecting between 5,000 and 7,000 people to watch this online event. And we usually have these things live, but this is going to be as live as we can get, right? Broadcast. So it'll be broadcast live and recorded, but that's as good as we can do since this pandemic. So I made the decision, you know, that quite to the surprise of my wife, I might add. So, and why did I do that? Because the product that I got attracted to worked and worked almost instantly. And I discovered it works on almost everybody, right? So I said, you know what, why not? Now the company's got 25, 27 products. I hear more products are in the launch stage to be announced on July the 19th, and it is Sunday. But there's products in here. There's about 6 products that I love, you know, that I would take whether or not there was an opportunity attached, because they make me feel better. They make me look better. I'm now down to the weight I used to be. My scale, you know, has never seen these numbers before, right? I got from 215 to 175. My waist went from a 40 to a 33. Actually, I was just about squeezing into a 32, and that's still a goal. So I want you to go to valentusproducts.com, go take a look at everything. Spend the time, go take a look. And I want you to look at the testimonials up on the Facebook page. There's thousands, I mean thousands. fbtestimonials.info, fbtestimonials.info. Go take a look. So, you know, what I've always looked for in a company is a way to explain the compensation plan so that it makes sense to people. Something that people can say, you know what, I can do that. I can do that. And it took me and a few other people that helped me about 18 months to kind of put all the moving parts. You see, compensation plans in network marketing companies are usually so cumbersome and so overwhelming that only the very smart ever get them figured out. In fact, I've heard a lot of people say, oh, don't worry about the compensation plan. You'll figure it out, you know, a year or two from now. Well, that wasn't good enough, right? I wanted to figure it out right then, and I wanted to be able to show people a path, right? A path to a 6-figure income. I'm not talking about a path to a 6-figure annual income. I'm talking about a path to a 6-figure monthly income. So hang on, we're going to go through it. I'm going to give you some action steps. And, you know, there's lots of ways to get started with Valentus. You can start with as little as $59. You pay $20 to become a distributor, or as we call a member. And that $20, you have a global business now. You are now in business globally. That alone is gigantic. You know, just ask your CPA that question, right? I can start my own global business for $20. He'll say, do it. We're going to file a long form and we're going to write off a lot of things. So the way that we designed this plan, we picked the $600 Business Builder Pack. It's 16 products. And because it does a couple of things, it maximizes the payout of the compensation plan, and it gives you a digital marketing tool we call a warm market funnel that has a value of, and it's conservatively $2,000. $2,000. Easy, conservatively $2,000. Probably more like $5,000. But and so you have to start with that Business Builder Pack. You have to commit for the next 12 months to try 3 products a month, right? 3 products a month is $160. Yes, that money is going to come out of your pocket initially, but then it'll come out of earnings, and I'll show you how that'll happen. And then you have to find one person a month that will do exactly what you just did. Just one every month, month in and month out. So that's how we reduce this whole thing down to the ridiculous. Now, you know, obviously, if you do more, you can make more money. You can shorten up the time span. If you do less, you can lengthen the time span and make less money. So it's totally up to you. I recommend one person a month, try 3 products. And I hope you can see yourself doing this, because this is a very simple plan even for somebody that's going to work Valentus as kind of a side gig, right? Some kind of a side thing at home for a couple of hours each and every evening. So before I go through the plan, let me kind of, this is an income disclosure that the company puts out. Now, these are various ranks that we have in the compensation plan. At $600, you start as a Ruby. You work yourself up to Blue Diamond, and then there's ranks beyond Blue Diamond, so not to worry. But I did this so that you could see the average monthly income. The average monthly income of a diamond is $3,000 to $6,000 a month. There's your $3,000 to $6,000. How would your life be, right? Double diamond, $75,000 to $12,500 a month. Triple diamond, $15,000 to $30,000 a month. You know, a lot of people don't make that annually. Then blue diamond, $33,000 to $75,000 a month. And again, a lot of people don't make that kind of money. The plan I'm going to give you will show you how to get the diamond in 9 months, how to get the double diamond in 10, triple diamond in 12. Think about that for a second. What if you decided tonight that you wanted your life to change and you said, I'm going to do whatever it takes and I'm committed for the next 12 months and I'm going to get to triple diamond. There's nothing that would stop you because everybody is here to help you do that. And imagine what your life would be like 12 months from now when you're making $15,000 to $30,000 a month. You'd be a hero, right? I mean, blue diamond in 13 months. So let's start out. Let's, you know, what I've done and what I'm going to show you is little bite-sized sections. I'm going to take you through a 12-month running calendar. Let's say that this is you. You just got started. You made your $600 purchase here in July. And in July, you sponsored and enrolled your best friend, Tom, right? Tom says, hey, man, if you're going to do it, I want to do it with you because I need to make some money and I'm committed, right? I'm committed to doing exactly what you asked me to do. Buy the Business Builder Pack, try 3 products each month, and go find one person each month that will do exactly the same thing. That's all that anybody ever has to do. I want you to watch 3 lines here: the team size, the gross commission, your purchases, and then your net commission. Net commission is less your purchases, right? Less commission, the net commission. Okay, 4 months, right? You've enrolled Tom, Jim, Mary, and Sue. You've got 15 people in your group. You put in 4, your team put in the other 11. You made $475 that month. You paid your $160 for your 3 products the month after you bought your Business Builder Pack, and then the next month, and then the next month, right? You're now $285 in the hole. So let me show you what happens. So by month 6, your group of 15 has grown to 63. All you've done is put 2 more people in. That month you made over $1,000. You're now, all that money I told you was coming out of your pocket, that 100, now it's coming out of earnings, right? It's coming out of commission earnings that you and your team have created. You're now $970, almost $1,000 to the good, you know, but it's going to get a whole lot better very quickly. By the 8th month, your group has grown from 63 to 255. You've got $4,250. This is exactly what the Valentus compensation plan will pay if you follow this scenario and everybody else follows this scenario. Yes, there's going to be ups and downs and you're going to find some customers in here and you're going to do some other things, but I didn't want to calculate all of that. But, you know, there's more money here than is actually on this chart. So you've made now $7,400 over the last 8 months. So your business is growing, right? You made a wise decision to get started with $600 and 16 products and start sharing the opportunity with your friends. By the 10th month, your group has grown to over 1,000 people. All you've done is you've enrolled 10 people. You've found 10 people that would like to change their life. and you've made your first 5-figure monthly income. I never forget when I made my first 5-figure monthly income. My wife, we got checks back then. She opened up the envelope and she said, "Oh my gosh," she said, "they've obviously made a mistake in your check because it's much, much larger than your check last month." And I said, "Yeah, that's how it's supposed to happen, right? The exponential growth and the team is growing." And she said, "Well, I don't know anything about that, but you better take this check to the bank and cash it, bring back the cash. So in case it was a mistake, at least we've got the money." Um, so I did. I amused her and did that. You've made $32,855. Your spouse is amazed. By month 12, it's going to keep getting better. Over 4,000 people. You've just made $68,000 for the month. What have you done? You put in 12 people. Your group has put in the rest of them. It's amazing how it grows. You've made $135,000. Now, somewhere along the line here, you probably have made the decision that life-sucking job that you hate, that you get up every morning and wish you didn't have to go to, you probably quit, right? You're probably quit. But that's how you transition into full-time into network marketing and into VALENTUS. Let me show you what happens next month. You just now made more money monthly. You made your first 6-figure monthly check. You made more money that month than you made the entire 12 months previous. And so you've now made over 206. You're now one of the top 1% of the income earners in the country, whether you know it or not. And that's what happens in this industry. So guys, it all starts with a commitment. It starts with a commitment, because without a commitment, you're never going to start. And without discipline and consistency, you're never going to finish. So you got to bolt all of this together, and we train and train and train and help and help and help everybody get to where they want to go. Now, maybe your goal is not to make that kind of money, but that's okay. If you want to make an extra $500 a month, an extra 1,000, an extra 5,000, whatever it is, it's all doable. They're measurable, predictable results in exactly what we do. Here's what I say: buy the Business Builder Pack. You get the funnel, the marketing tool, and you max out the plan. You get paid the most amount of money for what you're doing. Make a commitment for 12 months. If you can't commit, don't start. And I'm serious, don't start. If you can't commit to doing this for 12 months, just tell the person that invited you here to watch this video and to take a look at this opportunity, "I'm sorry, but I just can't commit." And you're really going to be doing yourself a favor and doing them a favor by making that statement. But if you can commit, and if you want to commit, then commit, and then don't go backwards. Create that 100 BV loyalty purchase. That's that $160. See, this business is all about a lot of people doing a little bit, and that $160 of product purchases that we make on a monthly basis, that's that lot of people. That's that residual income that keeps coming. You do the work once, you get paid over and over and over and over again. If you can, create an ad budget. We've got a way, and working with a team called Tribe Marketing, that put together this whole funnel concept, and it is awesome, right? So I'll tell you more about that in a second. But you can spend minimum $100 a month up to an unlimited amount of money. But and then share the decision that you've made to change your life and do something different with everybody you know. Why do that? Because it puts you in a position of not reneging on what you've decided to do. Too many people know about it. And so, guys, it takes courage. I mean, it really honestly does take courage to go after your dreams, to do things that are out of your comfort zone. But, if you'll learn how to do it and do it well, then you're going to, your life will never be the same. My life was never the same. I'm going to let you listen to Bishop T.D. Jakes. This is one of the best 3 minutes of my day, and I do it every morning. I listen to Bishop Jakes every morning because it puts me in the right frame of mind moving forward. Now, you would think that after 33 years, I wouldn't have to have, anything like that. I need more of it. I need more of it. So let you listen to it.
You got to have the courage. Do you have the courage to act outwardly on what you see inwardly? Or will you die a dreamer? Will you die on the verge and on the edge and in the land of coulda, woulda, and shoulda? Do you have the courage? I'm going to drop something on you. It takes courage to be successful. It is far easier not to be successful. Misery will always have company. Success breeds contempt. If you don't want to make waves, be mediocre. Be normal and fit in. And if you're more concerned about people than you are God, then neutralize everything he put in you. Just fit in with everybody else. Dress like them, walk like them, act like them, eat like them, go where they go, think like they think, do what they do. And once you've neutralized your uniqueness, you don't need courage. It takes courage to be different. It takes courage to go where you've never gone before. For some of you, it took courage to come to this conference. It takes courage to get you outside of the bar. It takes courage to be successful. It takes courage to win. People don't talk about people that don't win. If you win, they're going to talk about you. Do you have the courage to stand there though the storms keep raging and the people get to talking and you stand there and say, I've come too far to turn around? Do you have the courage? I'm going to say something to you. It takes courage to be exceptional. It takes courage to be wise. It takes courage to be rich. It takes courage to be educated. It takes courage to be knowledgeable. Because the moment you do, but you don't talk like you forgot where you came from. Look at you talked. It takes courage. And I'm just wondering, in this weak, watered down, mediocre society that we live in today, in this reality TV world we live in today, I'm wondering if there's anybody left that's got the courage to say, after all I've been through, and all my ancestors have been through, and all my parents have been through, I didn't come through all of that just to fit in with normalcy. I have the courage to go after my dream. Is there a woman left in this entire Coliseum that's got some courage?
See, guys, now you know why I play that. It always puts a smile on my face, right? I mean, it always, always, always puts a smile on my face because Bishop Jakes has, hit the nail right on the head in 3 minutes and 3 seconds, right? It's just, in this mediocre society that we live in today, in this, TV reality world that we live in today, there's just not too many people that have got the courage to stand up and do something. Because people get to talking about, all of my relatives. Nobody understood when I first got started in this industry. Everybody laughed at me. They said, oh, something must really be wrong with Chuck's business because he's stooped to network marketing. And then as I continued to make money, they go, something must be illegal that he's doing because he never works. He's always running around all over the globe. They live in big houses and so on and so forth. It takes courage to do those kind of things. But I know there's people out there that have got what it takes. I know everybody on here. There's 20 people on here. There should be 200. Hell, there should be 2,000. But you know what? It only takes a few in order for you to be hugely successful in VALENTUS. So I'm going to leave you with a couple of things. Your dream. If you've got a dream, if you still have a dream left, your dream is your creative vision of your life in the future. No matter where you're at in life, if you can still muster up a dream, then we want to help you get there. Living the dream is possible. Let me tell you that. It's possible. Get back with the person that shared this information with you and let them know that where you're at. If you can't commit, don't do it, right? If you are committed, then do it. Just get started. I told you that I was going to tell you something about the Blue Ocean system, the marketing system that we are working on with Tribe Marketing. Tomorrow night will be an update and a call and a training. We do one every Tuesday night. There is the Zoom code. So just go to zoom.us, stick in join a meeting, and stick in that code number, 910-279-7193, and join us. Be a fly on the wall. Be a fly on the Zoom. And just take a look and listen to what's going on. So you'll be amazed at what is happening. This is part of, but you're going to see it tomorrow. This is part of the offer that John makes. I'm going to let you listen to it. What the heck?
Stop what you're doing right now. Are you stuck in the old world, waiting for things to go back to normal? Folks, things are never going back to normal. Our world has changed forever. You need to understand the new world, what is working in today's world. Folks, our world has changed forever. And for those people that are stuck in the old world, resisting change and understanding what's going to work in the new world, people's behaviors, buying habits, everything has changed. You need to understand what it is, and you need to adapt. You need to adapt to the new world. Folks, I've just written a book called Network Marketing in the New World to do exactly that, to help you understand how to transition into this new world, how to win big. All you have to do is click on the link, and I will give you a free ebook so you can understand, move into the new world with excitement and confidence, and take advantage of what's happening right now. Folks, you may say, who am I to say this? Folks, I've been 32 years in this industry of network marketing. I've made over $24 million. And folks, I'm not a has-been. I just had my best year ever. Last year, nearly $4 million in earnings and just absolutely exploding. I study this industry. I understand this industry. I can help you understand the new world. Just click on the link, get your copy, Network Marketing in the New World, How to Win Big, and I promise you, it's going to make a difference. It's going to help you transition and win big in this new world.
So what happens? We advertise all over social media, all over the internet, and I told you, all those people that are transitioning into a home-based business, we're giving them some information that is very, very valuable. Very valuable. Tomorrow you're gonna see a lot about this. This is our digital marketing system, and everybody can have that system, their own system, so that you can send that to all your warm markets, all the people that you know. I'm not going to go into this commitment agreement. You're going to see that tomorrow. I'm going to take you through. That was my first $1 million year in this industry. That was 1995. I started in the industry in 1987, and you might think, well, that's pretty good, yeah. And yeah, it was encouraging. You just put it that way. My life in this industry has been phenomenal. Coming from where I came from, which was the basement apartment on the south side of Chicago with 3 brothers and sisters living in a 1-bedroom basement apartment, my life has changed dramatically. So, in one of the network marketing companies that I was part of, we had our own race team. We had Grand Prix race team. We had an offshore race team. We had an Indianapolis race team with Eddie Cheevers. We owned 12 homes over the last 30 plus years. And we could move anywhere we wanted to move because our income wasn't tied to a location. It was being generated from all over the globe. So it really didn't matter. We lived in Scottsdale. We lived in Austin, Texas. This is our house on Lake Travis. You know, cars, yes, I've had 30, 35 cars. We've had horses. That's my daughter, Casey. We've got 5 girls. So, you know, they're expensive. Casey got me into the equestrian lifestyle. Never knew what that was. She got me right into it. So we had to have a house with barns and pastures and all of those things, trucks and trailers. She showed she was a hunter jumper, and we showed horses all over the East Coast. Another house that we owned here, our first house in Wilmington, our beach house up on the island, and our penthouse in Grand Cayman. So, you know, guys, I want to thank you for spending a little bit of time with me, and hopefully we'll get back together again, you know, in these large personal meetings, because that's where the magic is. Oh, let me tell you a story. This group here in Africa all got started. My friend Mitch, who I enrolled, Mitch and I met in that company where we had the race cars and everything. He met this young lady, Marianne, in a Starbucks, and they started talking about coffee, and she wound up loving the coffee. She said, can I introduce it to a few of my friends back in Africa? Well, now her friends have multiplied. There's thousands of people in her organization in Africa, and they all came as a result of one person and just a by chance meeting, that certainly of destiny, but it happened because of one person. So those things happen all the time. So, hey, I want to thank you for joining me here this evening. We will have that Zoom tomorrow evening, and it starts at 7 p.m. East Coast time. And so make sure that you tune into that. So with that, I'm going to stop the recording. We're going to get on with everything that we've